Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Khofifah Indah Sari. I'm from PBI2. My student number is 18 2020 5063. Okay, I will answer the question. Number one is components of communication process. There are 6 components of communication process. The first is context. Every communication proceeds with context. Context, it means about a message, and then the context may be physical, social, or chronological, or cultural. And number 2 is sender or encoder. Sender is a person who sends the message, maybe an individual or a group, an organization. And number 3 is message. Message is a key idea that the sender wants to communicate. Communication process begins with deciding about the message to be conveyed. Okay, number 4 is medium. Medium is used to transmit the message. This is useful if we choose an appropriate medium of communication. It will make the effective and correctly interpreted by the receiver. And number 5 is recipient or decoder. Recipient is a person that receives the message. And the last one is feedback. Feedback, it is how receivers respond, and it helps the sender to ensure that their message is correct. Okay, number 2, the question number 2, why do humans need a language? Okay, language is an important part of human communication, and then because we need a language to communicate with each other, and language allows us to share our ideas, our thoughts, or feelings with others, and then in the fields of social, education, technology, economy, business, and so on, we need a language to communicate. And then, okay, number 3, my opinion about the periods of English teaching in Indonesia. Okay, the first, during the Dutch period, English was taught from junior high school until senior high school. At junior high school, English was a compulsory subject, given 3 or 4 times a week, and they also use so many textbooks and readings. And at the end, they had to have written and oral examination in English. And I think in this period, teaching English gave good result to the students. The method. Okay, but for the Japanese period, English subject were totally banned, and all the books in those language, in Dutch language and English language, had to be burned. Okay, for the independence period, English is being taught again, and in this period also, I think in Indonesia now there are many schools that using English in teaching and learning process, and even from the kindergarten. And my opinion about the period in teaching and learning process, the best is independence period, because we can teach English flexible and enjoy like that. Okay, number 4, my opinion about the status of English compared to Indonesia nowadays. Okay, English has a special status among the foreign language. It was chosen as the language of wider communication, and then The status of English in Indonesia, of course, as a foreign language, because Indonesia uses Bahasa as a national language and for daily communication. In Indonesia, it has been less so in promoting the use of English for international communication, as the majority of people who still cannot use English. And number 5, the last question, uh, is the function of English in Indonesia. English is widely used in a range of fields such as politics, diplomacy, international trade and industry, science, technology, education, and etc. And then much of the world's communication are done in English. And English is the language used for navigation at sea and for air traffic control. Okay, maybe that's all from me. Thank you, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.